Today, we have an epic Kitchen Gadget Showdown. The Cosori Air Fryer versus a conventional oven. Today's dish, baked fish. Let's get ready to rumble. This is Chef Barry coming to you live from Kitchen Gadget Stadium, where we have today an epic showdown of the oven and the Cosori Air Fryer. Looks like the oven is going first because the chef's going to have to heat up the oven before he actually puts in the fish. Looks like a 425 degree baking for the fish of our choice today, which is going to be pollock. Maybe not the fish that we usually use, but it's the one that we had on hand. So the chef is now placing out the fish. You can see it looks like he's going to cut the fish into smaller pieces and not make the pieces so big. I guess that might also make it so that there's more for people to try, more for people to use. So here comes the fish cutting going on right now. Looks like it was defrosted fish is what we see in that tray of all those fish pieces. Now that all the fish pieces are nice and cut up, let's see what goes next. So it looks like he's bringing out some kind of seasoning that he has. If I recognize the container, it looks like it's the Slap Your Mama seasoning that they like to use on fish in this stadium. So he's sprinkling it liberally over all of the fish pieces, and now he's going to flip the fish and probably, yeah, it looks like the seasoning is also going onto the other side. That's quite a bit of seasoning. I hope his family or hope the taste testers like a well-seasoned fish. Okay, now the seasoning is complete, the chef is going to, looks like he's going to set the fish aside. He's going to put the oven fish into a baking tray. And oh, he is adding some grill plates. Oh, this is his epic food hack where he's going to place the fish and suspend it in the air, thereby make it so you can just put it in the oven and not have to flip over the fish and they get baked in the air. Okay, that fish is ready. Next, the Cosori chef is starting. He's heating up at 400 degrees for 5-minute preheat for his oven. Won't take his oven quite as long to heat up as a conventional oven. Now he's taking out the fish that's going to be in the Cosori Air Fryer. And oh, take a look. I can see he's using the same board that the other one uses. Look at all that Slap Your Mama seasoning on there. Just like the other chef, he's going to cut the slices to make them smaller so that there's more pieces for people to eat and try. He wants to do that beforehand so they all get cooked well. Now the fish is all sliced. Looks like we're putting on the same seasoning, the same shape. Yeah, Slap Your Mama's got a liberal amount of seasoning. Wants to spread it over a little more evenly for the Cosori Air Fryer. And then he's going to flip his fish. Oh yeah, I can see some of the seasoning is already there on the backside because he used the same board that was used for the oven fish. Oh, I guess maybe he's just saving a little bit of seasoning. He's going to sprinkle on some more for the backside. And maybe the Cosori Air Fried fish is going to be ready just like the oven fish. The oven has to go first. It's going to take a little longer to cook. I guess we shall see. We haven't seen the timer yet, but oh, there is the tray of oven fish ready for the oven. In it goes. It's at 425 degrees right now. It got fully heated up. And he's going to bake that fish for 10 minutes. 10 on the timer. Now switching over to the Cosori chef, you can see that the Cosori Air Fryer is ready to go. It just finished its heat up. Now he's going to toss in the fish into the predefined baking tray. Looks like there goes the fish straight onto the tray that already is set up with a suspension from the bottom and like a grill-like setting on the inside. All the fish has now been placed in there. It looks ready to heat up. He's gonna place it into the air fryer, turn it on again, select the fish button. That is the fish button. Click start. So it only takes 8 minutes in the Cosori Air Fryer. And in the meantime, looks like the oven fish has finished its time. So he's taking out the oven fish. so that he can go ahead and plate it so that the tasters can see which fish they like better. Here goes all the fish. Looks like we got the blue flat plates ready for the tasters, so when the tasters taste it, you'll know it was from the oven when they're eating from the plates that have a blue trim and flower design as he's taking out the fish. Remember, this is a blind test. The people who are tasting this do not know which fish are which. They don't know which one came from the oven or which one came from the Cosori. So we set up the first set that we came with the blue plates. Looks like the Cosori Air Fryer has finished its fish as well, and now he is taking it out. Oh yes, look at that finely baked fish. And now he's going to take that fish and put it onto these solid colored plates so that we know that this fish is a solid colored fish. So when the testers taste this one, you will know this one is from the Cosori Air Fryer and not from the oven. Remember, they are tasting blindly. They don't know which one is which, so we can have a better idea which fish came out better. And here are the testers getting ready to taste. Oh, it's the Cosori Air Fryer fish first. They're using the solid colored plates. They're all digging in, taking their samples, seeing what they think, and let's listen into their comments.
Flavor's really good. Tastes nice and healthy. It tastes a little bit dry, I think.
There's a whole lot of seasoning on this, and it's kind of a tiny bit too spicy in some places. And yes, it is very dry for some reason.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with Daddy. I feel like the flavor is too much. I agree with Camellia because the spice is just too powerful and too spicy, and the texture is like crab meat that's been laid out on a pier. It's just been sitting there, and it's super mushy. It's like a mop. Oh, come on.
They are switching their plates now so they can try the oven baked fish to see which one they think has the better overall cooking procedure. So they can take their bites and let's hear what they have to say.
One reason I like this one a lot is because it's not as dry. It's like more wet and moist, which also makes it so that the Sloppy Mama sauce doesn't overpower the whole fish.
The texture is better and the seasoning is evenly placed, but I want a bit more seasoning on this one.
Okay, I did notice this one's a little more juicy. It's a little more. It still is a little drier than fish that I usually eat, but it's a little more juicy in the flavoring. Same as before. It's still a little more dry.
And now they are writing down their votes to determine which of the fish they like better, the Cosori or the air fried. They have handed their votes to the moderator. He is looking over to see what they are choosing, and it's time now, yes, to hear the results.
By unanimous decision, everyone chose B, the oven.
And the oven takes it today. The Cosori air fryer just didn't have what it takes on this fish, I guess. Join us next time as we pit two other kitchen gadgets against a dish of our choosing. This is Chef Barry signing off.